Hello and welcome to another technical takedown the hard way. Today's video we're going to be discussing Made in America. I have been watching so many videos on YouTube and yeah, I suppose that I've been sort of binging my way through learning about how other people do it in different parts of the world. I think there's an actual skill in trying to learn on how to learn about overlanding. And I would say this, I'm going to say this from the get-go. Guys, it is much better to just get out there. Get out there. Find a vehicle of some kind, and it doesn't even need to be a four-wheel drive vehicle. Just grab the stuff that you need and get out there. That's the most important thing. The reason why I haven't done it is because I have a little child with me at this present moment. And she's in school, and those reasons are kind of flaky. I know, but I just haven't gotten around to doing it yet because I really want to experience it with a four-wheel drive car. That's just me. So, but I'll say this: you will learn so much more by being on the road and doing things practically, being smart. Right now, the weather is so beautiful outside. It was 20 degrees Celsius yesterday. So, you know, it's coming to spring. It's 25th of March. Lovely, lovely weather. So we are really enjoying this. This is the time where we need to start planning to get out and about and enjoy what we have here. We have beautiful mountains here. We have the Alps that are just a stone throw from here. You know, we have the Italian Dolomites. I've never been to the Dolomites before. We have all these places that we want to go to and experience, not even overlanding, just being outdoors for now and camping and that type of thing. I'm trying to steer away from the actual title, Made in America. There are just so many people on YouTube who have this idea in believing that if you buy a product from China that it's going to be bad. I don't quite know how to put this. Let's say, I mean, there's a reason why, right? Many people believe that Chinese products are not good. And the reason for this is that when people want to manufacture something, let's say a rooftop tent, and they want to mass produce it, if they want to mass produce a rooftop tent, if they want to sell thousands of these, the best thing to do is to go to a company. There's one company, I think, in China that produces several brands of rooftop tents. That includes King's, right? So you'd go to them with a design, and they'll tell you the amount of money that you can get for that design, but they will also turn around and tell you, well, if you use this material, okay, it's not going to be as warm, you know, it's not going to insulate the people as much, but you're going to save this much. It's going to be cheaper to do it this way. It's going to be cheaper to use this type of plastic and not that type of plastic. It's going to be cheaper to use this type of material. It's going to be easier process to make this, which means it's going to, you know, the process of manufacturing it is going to be, you're going to save 2 hours, you know, 3 hours, 2 days on manufacturing this rooftop tent. And of course, that's going to save you money. What do you want to do? And 9 times out of 10, those people who are trying to mass produce these rooftop tents, well, they say, yeah, do it. Why not? It doesn't matter. It's not going to, you know, it's not going to be a big thing. They compromise. They compromise on the design. They compromise on the materials that they use. They compromise on the quality of craftsmanship so they can make more money. So this is a massive problem, of course, but that doesn't mean to say that the Chinese can't build good rooftop tents. Of course they can build good rooftop tents. They have more experience in building high quality products. In fact, most of these people who keep talking about China being, you know, this place where they only manufacture cheap goods, they probably say it whilst they're on their Apple iPhones. Look how well built those are. And those are built in China. Designed in America, yeah, but built in China. It's nothing to do with, and this is what people need to realize, it's got nothing to do with the Chinese craftsmanship being bad or something. And it's important to state that because a lot of people won't buy anything unless it's American made. or even Australian made. So they are focused primarily on where this product was made. It's like, okay, so Americans don't build bad products. Is that what you're saying? In Europe, I remember, I mean, it may have changed now, but back in Europe, people would steer clear of American products. I remember this quite, it wasn't that long ago that in the UK, we would never buy an American product because we always knew it was inferior. It was always going to be inferior to what we could make here in the UK, which probably wasn't even true. But then they would use the excuse. The Americans are primarily focused on money. That is their thing, money. It's how much money they can make. And if they can shave a buck or two off here, they will do that. And in many cases, that was the case. It was about the bottom dollar. So, more so back in the day. I said this before in another video. Guys, there are plenty of people out there whose minds have been conditioned into believing things that just aren't true. And a lot of those people are making YouTube videos out there now, and they are, they are getting followers, and they are influencing other people into thinking the way that they think. The American products are really good, and I think this is largely because of the engineering excellence that they have in that country. They have guys who work in their little shops, and they will build things custom made, and they will build the most amazing products there, So I can understand why they think this way. I can understand why many people believe buy American made, but I don't think you can concentrate on something being good because it was American made. You understand? I would keep an open mind, focus on reviews. I wouldn't use, was it made in Switzerland? Oh, it's got to be good. No, I wouldn't do that. You have to really be careful about thinking about where a particular product was made and then assuming that the product is going to be good because of that. Sorry, it's so difficult for me to say this. It's a little annoying, to be honest with you. It shouldn't be a topic of conversation. I do get a little annoyed with the YouTubers who constantly push this rhetoric out. It gets annoying. I don't follow them on YouTube simply because I know what's going to come out of their mouths, and it's not useful for me. Virtually every product that I'm going to be using is not American made. Virtually every product I'm using is not going to be built in Australia. Virtually every product that I'm going to make is not going to be made in South Africa. That doesn't mean that the products that I'm going to be using are somehow inferior or poor quality. They need to be sufficient. They need to be able to do the job. Okay? I don't need 3 reservoirs in my shock absorbers in order to do the job, in order to do the thing that I'm going to be doing, okay? And it doesn't need to be made by some fancy Australian brand. People have done this journey with the wackest and most beat up of cars. They have done it. They've completed it. And never do they once, sit up and talk about how many horsepower their twin turbocharged V8, blah, blah, blah. They don't talk about that. And this is not what Overland in Africa is about. Overland in Africa is more about the experience that you get, not about the vehicle that you drive. I wouldn't just say that all products made in America or all products made in Australia or all products made in South Africa are just good and that you can rely on them 100%. Don't do it. You're going to put yourself in a sticky situation if you try looking at things in that particular way. There are other countries that can make products sometimes even better than those particular countries, okay? There are other manufacturers that can do that as well. There are probably manufacturers in those countries who could do better jobs as well. You just don't know it. You are completely fixated on these large brands who keep keep shoving into your face that this was made in America, made in America. I don't care if it's made in America. Show me what it can do. How good is it? Will it take me around Africa? You know, will it break down? How often does it break down? Are you going to, you know, you're going to give me a part? You're going to give me a warranty? Those are the types of things that I care about. Okay, so anyway, that's my little rant over. I just wanted to let you guys know about that. American made is not always the best. Australian made is not always the best. South African made is not always the best. Be careful with the products that you're choosing. Choose them independently. And don't listen to YouTubers all the time. They're not always right, okay? I'm a YouTuber as well, I'm telling you. They're not always right. And sometimes they have way of thinking as well. And you don't really want to follow that type of thing. So anyway, that's it from me for today. I'll see you in a bit.